Bringing back strong emotions to investigators who actually saw this crime firsthand.
Hendersonville's current police chief was working for Metro at the time and was at the scene. News 2's Kenley Hargett is here with his side of the story. Kenley?
Yes, he says in his 40 years in law enforcement, this was one of the most gruesome scenes that he has ever seen, and it happened right here on Luty Street at a house right down the road. And he says tonight will finally give this family justice for what Smith did.
It was one of the worst, I think, crime scenes that I had seen.
32 years ago, then Nashville Police Captain Mickey Miller walked into a home and saw a horrific scene. 2 teen boys and their mother murdered in their house.
We had one young man, 16-year-old, Chad, was in the kitchen. He had been shot to death. And then in the bedroom, the front bedroom, Judy and Jason was on the floor, Judy was in the bed, and she had been shot and stabbed, and Jason had been stabbed.
Many years have passed, and Miller has since moved on to serve Hendersonville as their police chief. But even after all this time, he says Oscar Smith still stands out as one of the worst people he has helped to put away. In a desperate cry for help, 13-year-old Jason Burnett called 911. In the background of the call, you can hear his 16-year-old brother Chad screaming.
You know, probably one of the saddest recordings that you'll ever hear is when Chad was trying to call the police, and we didn't know, it was very muffled at the time, but Oscar had jerked the phone out of the wall.
Miller says it took a local radio station's help to enhance that audio to even make out Chad's voice on the 911 call. A cry for help made just moments before Smith took his life. As Smith faces lethal injection tonight, Miller believes his death is long overdue.
I think it's been much too long. I think it takes way too long to carry out justice, and if anybody deserves that sentence, it certainly would be him.
Now, coming up tonight at 6, I'll tell you what then Captain Miller says about his first interaction with Smith and how he'll never forget what that was like. Reporting live here in Nashville, Kenley Hargett, News 2.
Kenley, thank you so much. And News 2 is asking today, do you support the death penalty? Right now, 74% of you say yes, 26% say no, and you can weigh in right now at WKRN.com.